And we're on to phase 2. Welcome back to my Arizona Cardinals Draft to Glory franchise mode series right here on Madden NFL 19. In this episode, we begin the 2023 season. And again, we have reached that point where it is now worth it to us to go game by game, week by week, rather than the full season sim. The squad, of course, is the best it has ever been. There is quite a bit of promise here, although I do want to note that it wasn't one person in particular who's mentioned this. I'm not messing with the XP sliders. I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. Not for the O-line, not for quarterbacks. No. It's fine the way it is. It's cool, because that means other players aren't developing for other teams. So it doesn't matter if I have a weak O-line. Everyone's going to have a weak O-line, at least relatively. With that said, let's get right into this. Let's do it. I'm excited to see what the squad can do, as Ricardo Marshall has improved already, which is great. Now we'll make you better as a possession option, up to a 74 overall for him. Like I said, I'm intrigued. The one thing about this game that we haven't really gotten to see yet is whether or not, and if it's always felt like this was the case throughout the year, but whether or not going week by week, as Meyer and Mack both improve, whether or not going week by week improves the consistency in which you get upgrade points. As Meyer's up to an 86, and Jamius Mack right now, our number one wideout, is up to a 79. So some good early preseason development. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. We did pick up an injury, though. Hopefully it's not to one of our mainstays. It's to Noah Anderson, who is going to be out for the majority of the season. Talk about the offensive line being weak. Well, not a whole hell of a lot we can do about that. And we picked up another injury in week 3. George Christie is going to be up to an 80, hopefully. And indeed, he is. So that's decent. We need to hope that this is not another major injury, though. That would be absolutely devastating to the cause. It is Le'Veon Cole. He's out for 7 weeks. And we are perhaps already at that point where it's worth not going week by week because of these injuries. It is going to severely hurt our chances. But let's do this. We are on the road in Seattle. 80 rated Seahawks against the 72 rated Cardinals. Let's do it. It is a new era. It's a new time in this series. Again, we are at the same overall that the Buffalo Bills were at when we took over. So we had seen that journey before, kind of how long that took. Hopefully it doesn't take as long this time out, but it's time to see what these players can do. And hopefully, again, this does result in us getting more frequent upgrade points for the team. That said, a major absence on the defensive side of things and a fairly big loss on the offensive line, like I said, I think is going to kind of cripple what we can do here. But let's find out for sure. Through the first quarter we go, and we actually strike first. 7-0 Cardinals, 14-0. Hello. Someone was underestimating us. Lambeau missed a 58-yard field goal, and we end up getting a touchdown. Ricardo Marshall, 6-yard touchdown catch. We force a punt, quick march down the field, including a couple of passes to Jamius Mack. It's capped off by a 4-yard rushing touchdown by DeMarcus Reynaud. So there we go. 14-0. Let's begin the second quarter. 17-0 after a turnover. Seattle gets on the board, and 17-7 will be the score at halftime. It was an interception by Darian Meyer. 51 yards. Of course, you can't factor that in, though. 21-yard field goal for Eric Rasmussen. And from there, Bobby Wagner with a pick, and they end up getting a touchdown. 48 yards for Kareem Hunt. You want to talk about that Buffalo series? We know what Kareem Hunt is capable of. Seattle with a field goal, 17-10. We respond with a touchdown. They'll start the fourth quarter with the ball at our 21. But we are again up by 14, which is extremely promising. It was a 10-yard touchdown pass to DeMarcus Reynaud. So there we go. Let's see what happens here. Seattle gets the touchdown. It's a 7-point game early on in the fourth quarter. Can we get anything going? It's a punt by Bruce Tuten. They'll start at the 47, and they march downfield to tie the game with 9 minutes to go. Can the offense get anything going? They are stopped. Rasmussen's field goal is blocked. 5 minutes left. Can the Seahawks march down the field to win the game? They cannot. They're forced to punt early, and this is it. This is huge for us. Didn't want to go change of possession. Want to go jump to next play. So 3rd and 7. It's a 6-yard completion, 4th and inches. We're going to be forced to punt, unfortunately. It's a 2-minute warning for the Seahawks. 2-minute drill. Can they get anything going? It's glitched out. Come on. 3rd and 6, and it's 4th and 6. We have a chance. We have a chance. I kind of want to watch this play out. If we get closer, we'll watch it play out. 1st and 10. Pass knocked down. 2nd down, and Graham Weaver. It's a safety. We ran the ball. Weaver, oh my God, we gave it to the fullback. 26-24 Seattle, and they recover an onside kick. Oh my God. What are the fucking odds of that? I cannot believe it. What a devastating loss for us to be up 14-0, to lose the game off the back of a safety, and then they have the fucking nerve to onside kick it. If we recovered, we would have been right there in field goal range, and it works. Pete Carroll, you absolute madman, if you are still indeed in charge. Joey McCormick, 26-33, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Reynaud had a solid game with a touchdown. Hughes also got a little bit of action. Apparently picked up an injury. Mack with 7 receptions. And at the end of the day, it did not matter. That is a devastating loss. Now, we have seen some brutal, how the hell did that happen kind of losses before. That might be the worst I've ever seen, as Hughes is out for the year with a torn pec. Wow. This has been the worst case scenario by far. And it is now all on DeMarcus Reynaud as our main running back now. I mean, again, we kept Hughes. We wouldn't have gotten rid of him, but we tried to draft his replacement, and by the end of this season, that will certainly be the case. So we're going to bring in Danny Fagans here. Fagans? It's Fagans. Come on, it's Fagans. We'll sign him up, and that's that. Brutal. Brutal loss, another brutal injury, and if we have further trouble on the injury front, we'll just be simming to the end of this. Now, odds are we are going to get absolutely destroyed by the Rams, but it's at least worth double-checking to see what will happen, right? Right. I cannot believe that we just lost that game in that fashion. Also, I forgot to check the defensive stats from the last game, and I do apologize for that. But, damn. Just damn. To have lost that game the way we did. That is, you know what? Let's hope that we're getting those type of losses out of the way early. Jesus Christ, Jared Goff had one hell of a week 1. We'll see what he can do on the road here in Arizona. Here we go. Let's see what we got going through the first quarter. We started off oh so well against Seattle. We give up the opening touchdown to the Rams, and that is where the first quarter will end. To halftime we go, or not, as we end up getting a field goal following me mispressing a button. Followed up with a touchdown, 10-7, 17-7, 24-7. And if we lose this one, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh my God. What a turn of events that was. Jesus. So a 32-yard field goal for Rasmussen. They're forced to punt. And we get the touchdown, 3-yard rush by the fullback, Graham Weaver. They follow that up with a 3-and-out. we respond with a 12-yard touchdown pass to Ricardo Marshall. An interception by Darian Meyer leads to a 4-yard rushing touchdown by DeMarcus Reynaud. Reynaud 24-7 at halftime. The defense needs to hold on. 27-7, now 27-14 as we head to the fourth quarter. Let's do this. The Rams score again. It's a 7-point game if we blow this. 30-21. It was a 47-yard field goal from Eric Rasmussen. The Rams marching. There's a little bit of time left. 30-28. 144 to go. The Rams have all 3 timeouts, and we threw the ball on first down, and they're not going to have to waste all their timeouts. 5 yards from Reynaud. We need a first down here. Can we get it? Yes, we can. DeMarcus Reynaud has ended this game, and after a brutal collapse, we head home in week 2 and somehow pull off a victory against the LA Rams. Craziness. Absolute craziness. That is a huge win for this franchise. To beat a team that had a 12 overall point advantage on us, to outscore them 24-0 in that second quarter. Big victory, especially with the injuries that we have. Let's take a look here. McCormick, 26 of 43, 310 yards with a touchdown. DeMarcus Reynaud, 97 yards on 24 carries with a touchdown. Weaver, 1 carry, gets the touchdown as well. Receiving-wise, Marshall and Mack, strong games, leading the way. Blocking-wise, Carter Schuleter has not been great in terms of not being a turnstile. Defensively, Darian Meyer led the way. No sacks, but that interception was huge. And then Eric Rasmussen, 3 for 3 in terms of field goals. And again, it's a major victory for the Cardinals early on as Demetrios Brooks ends up with an upgrade point. Will that get him to a 78? Yes, it will. Demetrios Brooks, acceleration, finesse moves, and play recognition. The 26-year-old is up to a 78. Beautiful. Beautiful. We could be 2-0 this season. That's promising. Contracts. What do we have here? Joey McCormick. This is going to be expensive. Joey, what do you think? We got all the cap room in the world. $17 million cap hit. Are you down? He wants more than that. Jesus. Griffith also needs to be re-signed. Just going to offer him what he wants. And he also wants a little bit more money. Now is the time, of course, where it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in terms of negotiations. If we were to lose anybody for nothing, that would be devastating. We have a defensive back-oriented scout, so we will go ahead. Oh, Jerron Dawkins, you are just the worst. Christian Patrick as well. I think we're pretty much just going to scout everybody out because by the end of the season, I mean, we're going to have all the points that we need. So we'll go ahead and scout everybody out, and we will move on. Let's do it. We head down to, in fairness, they don't play in San Francisco, but we'll call them San Francisco. They are San Francisco. San Francisco 49ers, the Frisco. 82 against the 72, a 10 overall point advantage. We beat a 12 overall point advantage the prior week. I'm excited to see what we can do. Are we good enough to win 2 games in a row? Jimmy G still there, still leading the way for the 49ers at this point. Oh boy. Oh boy. What kind of effort are we going to see out of the squad this week? A devastating loss against Seattle. A gigantic upset against the Rams. What can we do here against the 49ers? Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's find out. Let's do this. As an interception has us in the red zone already. And we walk away with a field goal. Not bad. I cannot get in front of this. So a big turnover early. Let's get to the second quarter. 10-0. Now 10-3. And we're threatening to score yet again. So we end up getting the field goal. Garoppolo on second down throws the pick. That resulted in a 22-yard field goal. And from there, after we block the field goal, that leads to a 0-yard touchdown pass to Jamius Mack. Imagine throwing it in that situation. Seattle. Anyway, through the second quarter we go. 13-3 is the score, now 13-10, and 17-13, a very quick change of pace. The Niners had the lead. Through the third we go. We start off with a touchdown, 20-17, now 20 all. 20 all. At the start of the fourth quarter, we have the ball at the 21, so we are threatening to score, and we do just that, 27-20, with 12 and a half minutes to go. The Niners take over, they march down the field and tie this game up, 27 all, with just under 7 minutes remaining. Can we get anything going offensively? We cannot, and it's a major opportunity for the Niners to win this game, but they are also forced to punt. We start at our own 26. Can we get anything going? We love to throw on first down. To mixed success. McCormick sacked. 3rd and 12. He's sacked again, or is that just the glitch? I think that's the glitch. 5 yards from Reynaud, and the Niners take over at their own 36 following the punt. Can the defense show up is the question. Let's just go ahead and hit change of possession, and we stop them. 4 seconds left. We are going to overtime. The Niners start off. Actually, we start off with possession. Okay, it didn't update yet. Let's see what we can do. Can we march down the field to win this game? Let's go play by play, and we start off with a 12-yard completion to Marcus Farrell. Another completion, 3 yards to the tight end Barry Bentley, and that is unfortunately loss of yardage. 3rd and 9 here, and we will be forced to punt on 4th and 4. Niners have a chance to win this here. They start off with a 5-yard rushing attempt and a 6-yard to follow. Oh boy, this is looking shaky. It's looking shaky. Come on, we need the defense to hold on. Please. Oh, it's over. It is over. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, it's a sack, not a turnover. 3rd and 9. Well, if they somehow miss the field goal, we have a chance. Let's see if they somehow shank this as we ice him. Good call. Nagy knows the effect of icing a kicker, doesn't he? Sorry, Bears fans. It's okay, though. It's okay. Here we go. We need him to miss this. Otherwise, we absolutely choked away another winning opportunity. We could have been 3-0. Are we going to fall to 1-2 on the season? Kick is up. The kick is good. San Francisco takes it. A potential 3-0 start to the season slips through our fingertips. Brutal. 22 of 39 from McCormick, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rushing-wise, Reynaud, 21 carries, 62 yards with a touchdown. Farrell and Mack led the way in terms of receptions and receiving yards, touchdowns for Bentley and Mack. Blocking-wise, brutal performance from the offensive line. Defensively, Griffith, DeAndre Knight, who is not ours, and Frank King led the way. A couple of sacks that game, the interception from Meyer, and if he's hurt, we are screwed with a capital S. If Meyer is hurt, that might just do it for our season in terms of just how effective our defense can possibly be. And it might have just been for the game. That appears to be the case. So for upgrades, Griffith potentially going up to a 79, and indeed he does just that. Beautiful improvements there for Mr. Griffith, the 24-year-old. Good chance for him to get that much better over the next few seasons. As McCormick, we're going to have to pay him a little bit more. That is fine. I'm going to bump this all the way up to $8 million. And we'll see what he thinks. Of course, we have all the money in the world to spend. $130 million, Joey. What do you say? You're damn right. Welcome back, Joey McCormick. Griffith as well. Bump up this to about $1 million. $10.4 million contract. Griffith is back. And Eric Rasmussen, just so that we don't have to worry about signing a kicker ever again. What do you think? $5 million contract? Wants more money. Huh. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. 1-2 Chicago visiting the 1-2 Cardinals. That is next up on the agenda. As, of course, we'll just continue to burn through these points. And we might as well scout the one guy in the 7th round. He's terrible. Figured he would be. But you never know. Normally don't scout 7th round talents. But it's like, there's one corner. You might be okay. Jesus Christ. This is going to be the draft to take a safety, apparently. To finally get an improvement. Let's do it. 4th game against Chicago. We are running straight through these. They have a 10 overall point advantage. Can we get the win? Again, the opportunity has been there. We very well could be 3-0. A little bit better luck, maybe maybe just in general, but certainly on the injury front, for lack of a better term, we could have had a perfect start. That is not the case, and in this game we are battling to get back to 500. We've taken a shot at the Bears in the past 2 episodes, so I imagine they are going to curb stomp us back to the bottom of the league. At least that's what I'm expecting. Let's see what we have here, shall we? Through the first quarter, we go. Can we get anything going? The answer is no. The Bears have a 7-0 lead. Up to halftime. Let's see. Can we get anything going? Please. We get a field goal. That's that, 7-3. So we have seen some high-scoring games heading into halftime. Not today. 10 points combined. Let's go through the third quarter. And the offense is struggling. Chicago makes it 14-3. Is there a comeback on the books? Oh boy, apparently not. We need to stop them here or it's game over. And that is game, my friends. 21-3. The Bears defense, too much for us to overcome. We march down the field and fall short. We put up such a great fight in our first 3 games of the season, but against the Bears, they hold us to just 3 points. McCormick, 22 of 36, 241 yards, but no touchdowns, and a pick. Rushing-wise, completely inept. Mack had himself a fine game. Blocking-wise, Schuleter is a turnstile. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Defensively, Klemm led the way. We got to Trubisky once, no interceptions. Rasmussen hit that field goal, and that was it. A potential to go 3-0 through the first 3 games of the season, of course, and now we find ourselves sitting at 1-3. Them's the breaks, I do suppose. It makes you wonder just how the hell did we beat LA? I don't know. Cole will not be playing until he is back to 100%. I refuse to risk him. I know he'll get injured again if we dare try it. Rasmussen, let's pay you a little bit more, buddy. What do you think? Is that good? Perfect. Rasmussen's back. Demetrios Brooks, Farrell as well. Needs a new contract. The good thing is, again, we have all the money in the world to start signing these guys to actual contracts. Just shy of a $15 million offer for Brooks. He has signed. And Marcus Farrell, or Farrell, I do believe it is. Let's sign him up. Beautiful. Didn't even have to negotiate. So the only other guy we have to worry about is Jenkins. I do believe. That is it. He is the only other guy that we have to worry about. So it'll be nice to get those negotiations out of the way. A 1-3 Arizona visits a 1-3 Dallas. We have not had consecutive games at home or on the road. Are any of these guys in the 6th round? Nope. Okay, we'll stop right there. Sorry, Russell Redmond. You might be decent, but I'm not willing to waste the points after 2 terrible players in a row. And what do we have at strong safety? Mike Marshall. Again, this might be the draft. Randall, yeah, okay, so this might be the draft to take a safety, but we would have to do so in the first 2 rounds. I'm not going to bother wasting points elsewhere. Again, kickers, punters, we are set on that front. So let's go ahead and change up our scout, and we'll take it from there. Might just try to find the linebacker scout and work in reverse. I'm also going to check Nagy as far as whether or not he is capable of upgrading anything. And unfortunately, there's not a single linebacker scout. Do we have a defensive line scout? We have a couple. Not a single linebacker scout. So we'll sign Kevin Brooks, but we'll go ahead and get the linebacker scouting out of the way. 4,000 points. Beautiful. So we have the weekly XP goal, which is huge. We have the training boost as well. Trade negotiator does not matter, so the thing to work on here, of course, is going to be the training. And I think rather than going for one of the major ones, offensive line is a necessity, as is, in my opinion, the defensive line. Those are the two that I'm going to start off with. That O-line, though, is at least undisputable as far as what we need, and we do need that extra bit out of the offensive line. So let's go ahead and get back to it. Again, just going to work in reverse for the hell of it. And if we have any extra points at the end, I'll scout the kickers and punters, but it's not a major deal. So unfortunately, we have to waste extra points scouting out linebackers, but that's okay. We'll still be able to scout out everyone we want to by the end of the season. The Cowboys have a 14 overall point advantage on us, which is just ridiculous. Oh my God. But we'll see what we can do. Can we put up a fight? That's the question. Do I expect us to? No. I expect us to get absolutely stomped. And more than likely, that'll be the case. But let's go ahead and find out, shall we? What is in store for us in Dallas? The good news is we're starting to get a little bit healthier. Some guys will be rejoining the team sooner rather than later. Let's do this. Let's see what happens here in Dallas. Through the first quarter we go. The Cowboys start off with a touchdown. We respond with one of our own, 7-all. At the end of the opening quarter, it was a 6-yard touchdown pass to the tight end, Barry Bentley, for us. To halftime, who will strike next? The answer is, it's awaiting us in the third quarter. We hit halftime at 7-all. We have 10 points scored in the last 6 quarters of play. Not ideal. Through the third we go. We do get on the board. Finally a touchdown. But the Cowboys respond. It's 14-all. We start at the 15-yard line. In the fourth quarter, it was a 19-yard touchdown pass to Marcus Farrell. Let's do this. Can we strike again here? Yes, we can, but only a field goal. We'll see if the Cowboys are able to respond. They are not. They're forced to punt. We'll start at the 1. We avoid the safety, but we do fumble it. And they recover, taking over at our 48. And they march on to score the touchdown, 21-17. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass, Dak to Harvey Thornton. 9:14 to go. Can we get anything going? The answer is no, unfortunately. And with 7:19 left, the Cowboys have a chance to pretty much end this game right here. And they do. 24-17, 55 seconds left. Can we get anything going? That's the question. You know what? This is probably going to be the last game of the episode. Let's see what happens. Is there a miracle on the horizon from McCormick? Or is this over? Bentley cannot hold on to it. Why we're going for that throw with one timeout, don't quite know, but it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Let's see. Let's do this. 3rd and 10. 40 seconds to go. We're on our own 25. We need a miracle. A miracle here. McCormick looks, throws, and is picked. And that is it. We started talking about, we could be 3-0. And now the past 3 games have been very, very rough for us. And maybe we're not at that point yet. Maybe we should just sim through the rest of the season. McCormick, 25 of 40 for 321 yards. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, though. Kind of rough. Reynaud, 61 yards on 15 carries. Marcus Farrell had a great game. 2 touchdown receptions for Barry Bentley and Marcus Farrell. Blocking-wise, Quinn Kropog. That's brutal. Defensively, Klemm and Meyer led the way. We got to Dak a couple of times. 24-17 is the final. Dallas wins it, and we are 1-4 on the season, as Frank King has the chance to go up to an 83 overall, and he does just that. I just remembered I completely forgot to set the captains. I will hopefully make sure to do that before the next episode. Completely forgot until I saw that Frank King was a captain, and I said to myself, whoops. Asfa Gray is not ours, so we'll auto-upgrade. That's fine. We do have the bye week. We return in the next episode to take on Washington. Let's go ahead and handle everything that we have to handle here, though. So it's going to be Steven Jenkins. Will you accept the initial offer? No, he will not. And in terms of scouting, again, we're just going to be burning through these points to try and get everything set up and get the linebacker scouting out of the way. So let's do it. Anybody decent here? Oof. Alright, I'm not even going to bother scouting those 5th round talents. No way. That would be more likely be a waste. So that's that. Bye week is over and done with. And overall, what a disappointing episode for us. It started off relatively promisingly and then went downhill very, 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 very quickly. There we go. A $7.9 million offer to Jenkins. He accepts it. No questions asked. And in terms of scouting, might as well get it out of the way now. Like I said, we are done here for today. Going to try to average 5 to 6 games per episode, just like we did with Buffalo. Although, let me know for sure, should I just sim through the rest of the season, or do you think there is some merit to handling it this way, as we normally do when the team is competitive? 72 rated still. Some of the injuries were fairly devastating. But who knows? Maybe we can turn things around. I don't even know if we want to turn things around. I remember someone saying, oh, we could be back on track and be the worst team in the league. Well, right now, we have some competition, particularly from Miami. So I don't know how the hell this season is going to go. Guys, that'll do it for this one. Again, the uploads should be back on track in terms of regularity. And, yeah, till next time. Have a good one, and I'll see you then. Very nonchalant outro, but straight to the point. Straight to the point.